hat trick against Vancouver the last time they played, so you know they're going to be all over him tonight.
He is a marked man. He might as well have a bullseye on his back as he tallied a goal in each half and the game winner in overtime with just a couple minutes left.
Let's take a look at the starters now for the San Francisco Bay Seals tonight. Bill May in goal, having a good season. Shawnee Simpson, Jason Westcott, Rodney Dumlau, Ken Rogowski, Josh Cockstein, Ken Folan, Robert Gallo, Keith Ratsburg, Marco Bonacorsi, and Rasheem Henderson. A couple of guys out. Angelo Sablo with an ankle problem, and also Alberto Cruz with a hamstring, and Rob Bonta, a new player of the team, who's also injured right now. So, again, the injury bug hurting the Seals. They've got to try and overcome that.
They do, and this is going to test their depth. Shane Watkins is also out of the lineup tonight. Coach's decision for Marco Bonacorsi. Tom's looking for some firepower, so we'll see what they can do tonight on the field.
So we are ready to go here at Kezar Stadium under a little bit cloudy skies, but it should be a nice night for A-League soccer. We will be back with the kickoff in just a moment.
Popular competitive sports like swimming and tennis may cause shoulder pain because of inadequate strength in the small muscles. Modified activity and medication at night are good early treatments. An exercise band or light weights could be necessary to completely heal your shoulder injury.
This health moment brought to you by the doctors and hospitals of CHW, the Bay Area pioneer in sports medicine.
Do the people who program for the networks ever watch TV? How long before this coffee craze thing blows over? Is Willie Brown a real-life version of that guy on the Monopoly box? Which will take longer to rebuild, the Cypress Freeway or the Oakland Raiders? Get the answers to life's burning questions. Get the Examiner, the afternoon paper. For a limited time, get 12 weeks of the Examiner for just $24. Call 800-290-NEWS.
How will you prepare for Infinity's half-yearly event? It's your chance to get a great deal on a QX4. The Infinity half-yearly event ends July 6th. Are you ready? Lease the QX4 for $499 a month for 42 months with no initial payment.
AutomallUSA.com.
There are lots of ways to save money.
Gotta love those coupons. I am saving $3.65.
I used to use these once and then throw them away. What was I thinking?
You could save a lot of money if you call and switch your auto insurance to 20th Century. Californians pay an average of nearly $800 for car insurance. 20th Century customers pay $200 less.
Oh, I can't cope with a new insurance agent.
You don't have to. At 20th Century, you deal direct and pay no agent commissions. Plus, we only insure good drivers, over 1 million of them, in fact, and we've lowered rates almost 20% since March of '96. If you've had no moving violations or accidents in 3 years, you could save big money with just one call.
One call to save hundreds of dollars? Count me in.
At 20th Century, being a good driver has big rewards.
Call 1-800-249-7770 for your free rate quote. One call could save you hundreds of dollars, so call 1-800-249-7770.
Welcome back to Kezar Stadium. The 86ers and the Seals getting set to get underway here in just a moment. Vancouver in their red with black trim. The Seals in their white with red trim. Again, a very important game in the A-League standings in this Pacific Division right now. The Seals in a four-way tie for fourth place. Actually, a three-way tie for fourth place right now, but just 2 points behind Vancouver. So a big game tonight, Alan. We talked about it in the open, and you know these guys are excited. They want to play well. They're glad to be at home.
Well, 5 games on the road, including a stretch where they played 3 games in 7 days, which for soccer is almost impossible to do. So they're glad to be back at home. Nothing like a little home cooking, and hopefully Kezar will be the right place for them tonight.
Ball goes to the far side. Josh Kalkstein sending it down and out along that far side. It's been a busy week for soccer fans. The World Cup underway in France right now, and of course everybody anticipating that, and it's been well worth the wait. It's been a great first round so far in that World Cup, and right now there's some teams that are really looking strong. The Americans unfortunately did not get off to a good start.
They came out with a lackluster effort against Germany, and they have a tough match against Iran on Sunday. There's been a lot of talk about the socio-political consequences of the game, so it's going to be interesting to see how they come out the second game of the World Cup for them.
Rodney Dumlau losing that one out on the near side. A throw-in coming now for Vancouver. 86ers and the Seals both lost their last games before this one. Seals losing to New Orleans. Very tough loss. They've had some very good leads in a couple of games on the road, and they've lost a couple of games in shootouts, just not quite able to get over the hump.
Well, the New Orleans game was a real tough one to swallow. They had 3 points in hand, and with 18 seconds left in regulation, they give up the goal that sends it into overtime. No goal scored in overtime, and they didn't do well in the shootout, where they've gotten 0 points in 4 tries.
Player to watch for Vancouver, Paul Daly. He leads their team with 2 goals and 5 assists for a total of 9 points. Leading goal scorer is Garrett Cush, number 17. Daly is number 7 for Vancouver. Marco Buonacorse push from behind. Ball popping off 3 or 4 heads in a row before settling at the feet of Rodney Dumlau, and the whistle goes against Vancouver.
Garrett Cush had a hat trick against the California Jaguars, whom they completely dismantled 9-2, as the Jaguars are a team that are circling the drain, so to speak, as they're on the verge of actually folding for the rest of this A-League season.
Michael Franks in goal for the Vancouver 86ers tonight in just his 3rd game as the goalkeeper. Paul Dolan, who was in goal for 11 games this year for Vancouver, not here tonight in action. Rob Gallo trying to get it across midfield. Keith Ratzberg stepping in front of that one. Vancouver taking it back away, however. Vancouver controlling the action here in the early going.
I'm sure Coach Valentine made sure that everyone remembered Mr. Hendrickson's heroic Superman-type effort in the last game, which is a big, big game, that victory for them up in Vancouver, which was the first game of their road trip. So it'll be interesting to see how they defend him and how he reacts to their defense of him.
Talking with Tom Simpson before the game, he expected them to front and back him as they get it into the box. Almost in time to Garrett Cush, but coming from behind and kicking it away momentarily, Ken Rogaski now tying up in the corner. Rogaski and Ratzberg all over Aaron Key. Almost a wide open opportunity that time for Vancouver. Fortunately, Rogaski got back just in time for the Seals. Vancouver trying to go back on the attack right here.
Jason Westcott back in the lineup as he was just defending over there in the corner. He had been out, hadn't played the last couple games, so he's back in the lineup, and I know he's happy about that. And Cockstein is replacing Sablo on the right side, so it'll be interesting how they adjust on that right side.
Rodney Dumlau stepping in front of the pass this time. Dumlau trying to keep control for the Seals. Good battle near midfield, won by Vancouver. This is Steve McDonald. He was just recently named to the A-League All-Star team for Vancouver, the only player off either of these 2 squads to make the team.
Steve McDonald's going to be joined by his coach, Carl Valentine, who is one of the coaches for the Western Conference, as they play the A-League All-Star game against the Hershey Wildcats in Hershey, Pennsylvania, July 2nd. So I know he's really honored and pleased about his accomplishments so far this season.
Shawnee Simpson almost taking control of that one. Ken Folan trying to get it back the other way. It's going to be Vancouver's ball on a throw in here on the near side. Neither team able to mount much of a threat here in the early going, although Vancouver has been on the attack much more here in the first few minutes of play. Randy Samuel on a throw in now. And that one slips past Ian Clark and out.
Seals haven't really even got a chance to possess the ball yet. You know, a thing that's been plaguing them all year is someone in the middle of the field who can hold on to the ball, keep the ball on the pitch, and distribute it to the team, switch it, and that kind of thing.
Shawnee Simpson on a steal, coming down the near side. Just keeping that in play. Rasheem Henderson now. Henderson trying to break loose. Falling. Steve McDonald marking him solid. This is Richie Sumner now on defense. Marco Bonacorse just outside the box. And it's going to be the Seals ball. Both teams pointing in their direction. The referee tonight is Bob Sabella. His assistant, Brad Branch. And the other assistant is Saeed Ravenfar.
Bonacorse, a new running mate for Rasheem Henderson. Shane Watkins had been in that position before. Bonacorse getting a shot. He only has 1 point so far in 15 games for the Seals, so it'll be interesting to see if he can get on track tonight.
Long high throw in intended for Rasheem Henderson, but Vancouver takes it away and heads the other direction. Garrett Cush trying to keep that one inbounds, loses it, and the Seals will take back over. So far it is Steve McDonald that is marking Rasheem Henderson. So an all-star on a player who more than likely would be an all-star if he'd been with one squad and had the kind of success he's had over the past few weeks. Rasheem Henderson. Breakaway far side. Shot long and high by Garrett Cush.
Well, the last year and a half for Rasheem, as far as his soccer career is concerned, it's been crazy. He spent two separate stints with the Connecticut Wolves in A-League last year. Started off with the Jaguars. As they started to have some turmoil and adversity in that organization, he came to the Seals, where he's been nothing but a blessing and immediate impact, as he scored 4 goals so far, and it's really helped their attack. And as long as they can get someone else to contribute with them, I think they'll be all right through the remainder of the season.
Bill May comes out to grab this one. May has had a solid season in goal for the Seals. One of the definite bright spots, a 1.45 goal against average here through the first 15 games of this 1998 schedule. Still a lot of soccer left to play in the A-League this year. And the Seals in a position where if they can get hot, they can make the playoffs, no doubt about it.
Well, you want to get hot at the right times, and obviously the end of the season is a time that every coach and every team hopes that they're playing their best soccer.
Inside it goes. Bonacorse just misses the header out in front. Good ball sent in by Cockstein that time, but Bonacorse just missed the header. Garrett Cush has it stripped away by Rogaski. Ken Folan sending it to Marco Bonacorse.
You can't.
Oh, a whistle there. That's going to go against Dumlau as he sends Ian Clark to the ground.
Bonacorse, it's really difficult to give up possession like that. That ball really was just aimless, and he's really got to hold on to the ball, wait for some support, knock it back, and hopefully they can switch it from there.
Steve McDonald hits the free kick this time. Rasheem Henderson now. Henderson across to Dumlau. Seals trying to set something up. Ratsburg coming down on the far side. Ratsburg now with a burst of speed, trying to get inside the box. Turned away by the Vancouver defense, but Ratsburg stays with it. Ratsburg with a left foot just outside the post. Franks got his hands on it, but almost didn't hang on. Nice attempt by Ratsburg, pretty much doing that one on his own.
Well, I thought that he was doing too much and he should have released the ball at some point, but he showed a lot of fight right there, got the ball back and sent a great shot in that the big keep for the 86ers had to just push wide of the post.
Corner kick, back up to Ratsburg. Ratsburg, guy who's played a lot of different positions this year. Bonacorse trying to turn and shoot. Again, McDonald clears it out for the 86ers. Ratsburg running it down now for San Francisco. Trying to get right back on the attack. Rob Gallo. Bonacorse was the intended man, but Vancouver takes it away. Ken Folan now. Folan with a pass across to the far side and out.
Interesting, as the Seals had a corner kick there. An interesting stat for them this year. They have 37 corner kicks for them and 88 corner kicks against them. So their 5-10 record, you have to look at those kind of things and see why they're struggling. Corner kicks don't necessarily always parlay into goals, but it does show that you do have good possession and the other team's defensive third, and you are creating dangerous opportunities for yourself to score.
Right now, the Orange County Zodiac are in first place in this Pacific Division. They have played very well. The San Diego Flash in second, Vancouver in third, and then 3 teams, US Pro 40, California, and San Francisco, although California, a team that's having all kinds of problems. You mentioned it earlier. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with that franchise. Also, the Atlanta Ruckus having trouble right now, and they're trying to regroup as well.
They are, and also along with the Atlanta Ruckus, the Raleigh Flyers.
Ian Clark on a run, taken away that time by Jason Westcott. Nice defense. Clark had position. Westcott took it away. Clark now trying to get back inside. It's Shawnee Simpson this time who strips it away for the San Francisco Seals. Gallo ahead. Kalkstein.
Great ball in the space.
Foot race with Daly. Kalkstein gets to the ball first, but Daly takes it away for Vancouver.
There's a little off-the-ball activity there between Garrett Cush and Kenny Folan. Garrett Cush whacked Kenny Folan in the back of his left leg there, and you see him attending to it. Referee didn't see it, his back was turned. But to finish my thought earlier, the Raleigh Flyers also are having troubles as the USISL has agreed to take care of their travel costs for the rest of the season, and they've also taken over operations day to day for the Atlanta Ruckus. So there's definitely some turmoil for those 3 teams, and at the same time expansion as the Pittsburgh River Dogs, as they've just been newly named by a contest in Pittsburgh, are due and set for expansion and start play in 1999.
The River Dogs, huh?
River Dogs. I guess the 3 rivers and the dogs came from the loyalty that dogs have, I guess. So
Jason Westcott throwing his hands up. He was battling right there with Garrett Cush. No whistle either way. Both players thinking that they should have got a call there. 32 minutes to go here in the first half. We're tied at 0-0. Vancouver and San Francisco battling here. The 16th game of the season for San Francisco. They've played more games than any other team in the A-League, and that's something that really could haunt them in terms of points right now. They have got to start racking up some points.
That's why points are at a premium for them right now. They've played 3 and 4 games more than some of their division foes. So, you know, with those games in hand for the other team, it's going to be real difficult for the Seals to make that playoff run, so they got to get points whenever they can.
Ken Folan looking for Henderson. Cleared out by Vancouver. Chasing it down now, Shawnee Simpson. Kimtai Simpson still injured. His MRI was not good. Torn ligaments in the knee and still out indefinitely.
That is a big loss because Kimtai is such a big emotional spark for the Seals.
Nice pass from Bonacorse to Henderson, but an offside call goes against the Seals. Real nice pass.
Tonight is Brandeis Hill Day School night. Let's welcome all students, parents, and staff from Brandeis Hill Day School headed out to the United States.
Steve McDonald now with a long ball down, headed by Rogaski, still up in the air. Westcott, now Simpson. Sent back inside. They'll let it slide through to Bill May. Bill May sending this one toward Marco Bonacorse, battling there with Richie Sumner of Vancouver. So we talked a little bit about the World Cup and the United States loss. What do you think the feeling is amongst the Americans in terms of soccer, the players around the country? Was it a very disappointing loss? Was it encouraging in any way for American soccer?
I think it was a disappointing loss, and obviously Germany is a world power, 3-time World Cup champion, and Yugoslavia, you know, they did get a tough draw, but I think the thing that disappointed the people the most, fans and players alike, was just the intimidation that the United States team showed, their inability to look like they've progressed. And Tab Ramos said in Soccer America magazine that he felt like they'd taken 2 steps back from 1990 in Italy, where they had a disastrous World Cup, and 94, as everyone knows, where they advanced to the second round and lost to the eventual champions Brazilian by a score of 1-0. So it's going to be real interesting to see. You know, at this point, with a loss like that, it's really disheartening, and there's a lot of finger pointing. But hopefully they can pull it together and come out against a very emotional Iranian team on Sunday.
Paul Daly to take a corner kick now for Vancouver. Daly sending it down in the box to Cush. Ian Clark trying to keep it in, and just does.
Great play.
Clark sending it back inside. Booted back away by Rob Gallo.
You know, they never keep stats on plays like that. You know, hustles, keeps the ball in, ends up earning himself a throw-in. I mean, things like that, that's got to make Coach Valentine real happy about the kind of effort that his players are putting out tonight.
Sumner getting it back to Clark. Clark sending it high and across. Headed by Cush, still out in front. Rob Gallo steps in, takes it away, and clears the ball. Seen Rob Gallo make some big defensive plays this year, and there's another one right there.
A couple weeks ago against the Jaguars, actually last month, Rob Gallo took one off the face. They ended up preserving the victory for the Seals, a 1-0 victory on a PK by Kenny Folan.
Diabetes can lead to serious medical problems if it is not caught in time. Sequoia Hospital in Redwood City offers free diabetes screenings by appointment at the hospital's Diabetes Treatment Center. Don't take chances with your health. Call 650-367-5213 now. That's 650-367-5213. 27:50 to go now in the first half. A 0-0 contest. The first meeting between the squads was a 2-0 win for Vancouver. That game played over in Dublin. Seals go on the road up to Vancouver and beat the 86ers 3-2 in overtime. So very interesting that both teams have won on the road.
It is very interesting. I know the field at Dublin is a little bit more narrow and is really tough to play there, but the 86ers play on a great facility up in Vancouver, and the Seals like the wide field, and they came out with a great emotional victory up there.
Vancouver trying to keep the ball down here in the East End. Seals digging into defense here, trying to hold on to this 0-0 game, and we've talked about it a lot in the past. In terms of the Seals games, in particular, the team that scores first seems to come out on top. Of course, that not always the rule for the Seals on the road, but in games, especially here at home, when they have scored in the first half, they seem to really get inspired from that, really play hard defense from there on.
Well, they're 4-5 at home. They're 1-5 on the road. So, you know, it's going to be real tough for them to get points on the road. So at home, they got to do what they can to protect the home field as Bill May comes out and snags that cross.
26-25 to go. Bill May will punt this away. Long punt headed for Bonacorse. Sumner trying to get there as well. Bonacorse heads it. Sumner trying to send it back away, and Bonacorse ends up smothering it and sending it out. Might have got away with a handsball right there as well.
I don't think the referee's assistant on that side saw it, so lucky break for them.
Sumner with the throw in. Ian Clark on the receiving end of that one. Vancouver going back on the attack now. Ian Clark, he's been very active here in the first half. Shawnee Simpson takes it away from him. Real good battle on the near side between those two.
See, balls like that really, over a course of 90 minutes, start to take a toll. Defending is tough, and it's tough to defend when you don't have the ball. So, you know, they got to keep possession.
This sports telecast is intended for the private viewing of our cable television audience. Any reuse in part or in whole for any commercial purpose without the written permission of TCI of California, Bay TV, and the San Francisco Bay Seals is prohibited. So a little over 25 minutes left now in this first half. Still 0-0. Bill May will try and send this one long for San Francisco. And he does so nicely. Rasheem Henderson with a nice header ahead. Josh Kalkstein trying to get there. Steve McDonald sending it back and cleared out by Mike Franks, the goalie.
Great ball by Henderson, and he's such a big force in the air. Bonacorse and Kalkstein in this case have to anticipate that he's going to win those balls and flick them on. You have to take some chances out here. You're 5-10. You have 15 points. You're sitting in tie for 4th place. you got to take some chances. You got to make some things happen for yourself.
Vancouver on a run now. To the near side it goes. Paul Daly with a shot right into the hands of Bill May. He's having trouble getting a good look at the goal that time as Rob Gallo marked him. Bill May with a high one. Henderson pulled to the ground that time. Richie Sumner now sending it down for Vancouver. The 86ers have definitely been the aggressor here in this first half so far tonight. Only a couple of real decent scoring opportunities so far for San Francisco. One, a header just missed by Marco Bonacorse. The other, a Keith Ratsburg shot that was just wide. Took a nice save from Mike Franks to keep it out of the goal.
That's what they got to do. They got to get more quality scoring chances. There's so few, and once you get those chances, you have to start converting those chances, because after a while, eventually your luck is going to run out.
Rasheem Henderson sending that one high. Almost had a chance to hit it again himself that time.
Did a good job of not fouling there as he put his hands up to let the referee know that he wasn't interfering that way. Enables the Seals to keep possession here with this throw-in.
Henderson has only played in 8 of the Seals' 15 games, yet leads the team in scoring. It tells you what kind of an impact he's had here on the Seals.
Well, it's amazing that a player can come in and be that kind of immediate impact. I mean, it's a coup of sorts for Tom Simpson to get him here, as he's been nothing but a dream for him so far with 4 goals.
Shawnee Simpson with a nice spin on Ian Clark. He'll throw it back in now.
What I like to see him do now is maybe get possession. Can he come get the ball, switch it all the way to the other side here, as they've been on this side for a long time, and obviously it's not quite working.
Simpson trying to send it to the far side, but Ian Clark was right in front of that pass.
Another giveaway by Bonacorsi. Those are just really starting to cost the Seals great chances and good looks at the goal.
Simpson looking for breathing space, sending it down for Bonacorsi. A foot race with Bonacorsi down into the corner. Mike Franks clearing it out.
It's a great clear there. Well, if he can play him, he's in. Cush.
Garrett Cush trying to get around Westcott. Little shove. Into the middle it goes. Bill May is out of goal, but the pass goes right past Jason Jordan.
That's just unlucky. He made a good hard run to the near post. Great ball, great strength by Cush to fight off Westcott. Played a great ball back, cut it back to the 12, to the penalty spot, and he just overran it. Lucky for the Seals.
Still 0-0, 21-20 to go here in the first half. Jason Jordan had a wide open goal as Bill May fell down. Inside it goes again, just high. Bill May was there. The header went a bit high. Ian Clark was also coming into the area. Another good attack by Vancouver.
Well, you know, Garrett Cush, he's the leading goal scorer for this team, so he's always going to be around the goal with the ball. So he got up there, won the header, and just put it over the top of the bar.
Marco Bonacorse trying to send this one back down for San Francisco. Michael Franks will clear it out now. Richie Subner near side. Ian Clark. Dumlau coming from behind on him. Clark sending it back inside. The header is wide. Another good scoring opportunity there for Vancouver as they continue to put pressure on the Seals here in the first half.
That was just great soccer there. That ball went all the way back to Franks, the goalkeeper. They played it all the way back. Clark, great piece of wide midfield play. Got it up, laid it off. Ended up playing a great ball to the far post, and the header was just wide of the near post.
So Garrett Cush has almost scored twice in the last minute. There's a whistle that goes against Vancouver. So San Francisco can turn this around. So far, definitely the momentum in Vancouver's court here in this first half as we go just under 20 minutes to go.
Well, these are the type of games the Seals this year so far and in last year and their great season last year where they would get goals against the run of the play.
Shawnee Simpson trying to break away. A couple of defenders right there. However, Ian Clark and Randy Samuel. Corner kick coming up. Ken Folan will take it for San Francisco.
I'm sure Rasheem here is going to be the big target. Watch him as he's going to try to float to the near post here.
Inside it does go. Vancouver clearing it out. Rob Gallo is there up at the top. Josh Kalkstein now. Kalkstein trying to face the goal. Has it kicked away by Jeff Skinner. Nice defense right there. Kalkstein really could not get position with an opportunity to try to make any kind of a decent pass inside. Throwing over the top to Henderson. Henderson with a header to Dumlau. Sent back across. Oliver Held just kind of clearing it up and over the bar. It's going to be another corner kick coming up now for San Francisco. Ken Folan heading down to the corner to hit this one for the Seals at 0-0 here with 18 minutes and 15 seconds to go in this first half.
See where he goes with this one now. See if he tries to go to the near post or mix it up and bang it to the back post.
Sending it inside, cleared out again. Craig Dalrymple that time. Keith Ratzberg now splitting two defenders. Dalrymple's there and he clears it back away. Nice catch by that young man over there.
It was. Ratzberg trying to do it himself, going into 3 86er defenders. That's a play there where you want to step on it, pull it back out, and hopefully look for some midfield support to try to keep possession for your team.
Bill May coming out now to grab this one with 17 minutes and 20 seconds to go in this first half. Big game here as far as the league standings go. The Seals will have an exhibition match coming up in about a week and a half against the San Jose Clash. That is going to be a very interesting night of soccer here at Kezar Stadium. Make plans to be with us out here.
That is going to be our barn burner because the Clash lost last year in the quarterfinals of the Open Cup to the Seals. So it's going to be really interesting how they come out. I know that left a bitter taste in the Clash's mouth as they were going through a miserable season in MLS and trying to make amends with a good run in the Open Cup. And as everyone knows, Tim Weaver has actually played in 12 games and logged over 1,000 minutes already in this young MLS season for the Clash. So it'll be a homecoming for him, and I know he's going to be really excited and really pumped up for the game.
Garrett Cush taking it in the box and now moving out. Jason Westcott clears it away from him. Very physical matchup between those two. Ball kicked high toward Garrett Cush, but Bill May is there for the Seals. If you or someone you know suffers from prostate cancer, talking to others with the same condition can help. Sequoia Hospital in Redwood City offers a free ongoing prostate information forum on the first Tuesday of every month at 2 p.m. For information, call 650-482-6065.
Rasheem with another header that he won. And he's a battler out there. I tell you what, he'll go up for every head ball, and he wins most of them. And the Seals have to, again, anticipate where he's going to lay the ball off, let him know that he's got support, and they might be able to keep a little bit more possession on those long balls to Rasheem.
He's very tough to match up with physically inside at 6'3". Vancouver, one of the few teams that really does match up pretty well. They're also a very big team.
They are very strong, very big in the back, so they feel like they can handle Rasheem, but obviously they didn't handle him enough their last meeting when Rasheem had the hat trick.
Kalkstein sending that one down. Nobody home for the Seals. Chased down by Vancouver, and they'll take it the other way. Randy Samuel taking his time, trying to set things up.
Samuel's a very big and strong defender, and he's got the same physical attributes that Rasheem does, so look for him maybe more to match up more on those long balls.
Steve McDonald taking control of that one. Craig Dalrymple now.
That's a good ball to open the field right there.
Richie Sumner now looking down inside 14 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in this first half. Still tied at 0-0. Henderson trying to gain control, can't do it. Vancouver now staying with it. They've had some nice opportunities here in the first half. One open goal shot that just went past their forward Jason Jordan. Lucky break for the Seals. We're still at 0-0. Richie Sumner now running it down for Vancouver and sending it back to Michael Franks.
Another giveaway by Coxey, and I know Coach Simpson is probably starting to become livid with the amount of balls that their midfield is giving away, and that's why the defenders actually, to some point, are starting to lump the ball forward.
Header down inside, grabbed by Bill May, just ahead of Jordan and Cush. May looking for Bonacorse now on the far side. And he loses it. Vancouver will take back over. Whistle right here. That's going to go against the Seals. Rob Gallo with the trip that time on Oliver Held. Good opportunity right here. Free kick coming up. Little chip shot inside, looking for Cush, headed out by Dumlau. McDonald sends it back toward the goal. Strong head that time. Bill May has to come out and grab it in front with 12:50 to go here in this first half. Still 0-0.
Good ball there.
Held to Jordan, taken away. Rogaski sending it to Cockstein. That one drilled off Dalrymple. I don't know if Dalrymple even knew the ball was coming his way, but surprise, here it was. Thumping him. Here's Ratsburg now, chasing it down into the corner. Henderson in the middle. Ratsburg goes down hard, no call.
Again, Ratsburg draws 3 86er defenders, and now they're coming the other way real quick on the counter.
Garrett Cush, guarded by Westcott. Cush waiting for teammates to catch up. This is Jason Jordan. Seals now hustling back into position defensively. Real nice breakaway for Cush that time. Unfortunately, he didn't have any teammates that followed him down the field fast enough to make anything out of it for Vancouver.
Sometimes counters are too quick. You don't want to outrun your support, but in the case like that, he obviously did, and the Seals got back defensively and had the numbers up on them, so they were forced to pull it back, and the Seals forced to throw in.
Jeff Skinner will throw it in with a little help from Score the Seal right there on that far side. Ratsburg taking it down into the corner. Man, it's going to be a goal kick for Bill May right here. Vancouver did not like that call. Henderson trying to head it toward the goal, taken away by Craig Dalrymple. Garrett Cush now.
That was another case where Rasheem went up, won the ball, knocked it into space, but again, there was no teammate there for him to collect the ball and keep possession. And Rasheem kind of looked like, hey, you know, I put it in the space, help me out and do a little bit of running for me, and unfortunately no one did.
Paul Daly trying to make something happen now. Jason Jordan guarded closely by the Seals. Rob Gallo trying to clear it out of the box and does. Shawnee Simpson now. Taken away in front, but lost out by Oliver Held. It was intended for Rodney Dumlau, but the pass was short, and Held was able to step in front. Dumlau to Folan. Oliver Held takes it away for Vancouver and steps out. Last touch by Folan, however. Rogaski stepping in front of the throw-in right there. I don't think they saw him that time. Whose ball is this going to be? It looks like Vancouver will hang on to it right here. Ian Clark will throw it in.
The percentage of completed passes for the Seals has got to be very, very low, as they haven't really combined at all to try to work themselves, take a little bit of the field at a time, and keep possession and work themselves from the back to the front of the field.
Garrett Cush with the left foot just wide. Bill May dove for it, slipped, and the ball went wide of him and, fortunately, wide of the far post. Still 0-0. Under 10 minutes now left in this first half.
Vancouver's had 6 really solid scoring chances, as the Seals have only had 2. So again, as you see, Vancouver's doing a good job of keeping possession and putting themselves in dangerous opportunities to get on the board first.
Marco Bonacorse trying to split through, sends it to Shawnee Simpson. His volley goes wide. Hands on head for Simpson. He thought he had a ball he could handle and sent it just wide.
As the words were still lingering in the air, great ball by Bonacorse over the top of the defense. Shawnee making a great run from his wide midfield spot, but just couldn't latch onto it enough, and he just shanked it just wide of the goal.
Nice ball control here for Vancouver. Garrett Cush trying to work his way into the box. Sends it to the top. Taken away by Ken Rogaski. Ian Clark is there now.
Another giveaway for the Seals.
Clark trying to split the defense, work his way into the corner, gives it up for Jason Jordan just behind him. Jordan shoved from behind by Simpson. The ball ends up a corner kick for Vancouver.
Actually, we'll see if it's going to be a foul as he was pushed in the back.
It looks like that is going to be the call. So just outside the box on this near side, Oliver Held will have a free kick. Real good opportunity right here for Vancouver.
Dangerous spot right here in Vancouver. Seals with everyone back near the penalty area or in it. And the 86ers with the...
Rasheem Henderson getting back, playing some defense right there, clearing it out. Sumner now up top, 7:35 to go here in the first half. Held, nice ball sent back. Ian Clark has it now for Vancouver. Clark looking to work it inside. Pretty good defense that time.
Jason Jordan is showing a great amount of patience, composure in the ball when he has it in the penalty area. Great ball there that he laid out wide. Clark tried to beat his man one-on-one, but just couldn't do it.
7 minutes and 5 seconds to go. Still 0-0 here in this first half. Bill May with a goal kick coming up for the San Francisco Bay Seals. They try and make something happen here just before the end of this half. Vancouver coming off a 1-0 shootout loss. So you know they're anxious to try and get a goal here. San Francisco also trying to make something happen here early on. Ian Clark sending this one high and long.
Vancouver's played very well thus far in this game. Been very impressed with their attack, the combination play, their patience. Defensively, they've been very organized. They played very well. I think they played very well on the road.
Vancouver, a team that is 6-6 and 3-3 at home, 3-3 away, so very consistent there. Really the team that's on fire so far in the Northeast Division, the Rochester Raging Rhinos, 10-0 so far this year.
Well, they really got it going on and off the field. 10-0, 30 points, absolutely shellacking everyone in that conference. And as everyone also knows, or if you don't know, they have one of the best A-League organizations, actually one of the best soccer organizations in the United States, as they get over 10,000 fans a game. So very, very excited about what's going on there. And there's been some talk maybe as the MLS expands that they might actually go into that Rochester market because they are very organized. They have a good product on and off the field. And the community, which is more important, the fan base is very strong.
Five minutes and 25 seconds to go now in this half. Remember, Seals fans, TCI San Francisco, as the header is stopped by May. Marin 31 and Bay TV are your official San Francisco Bay Seals stations.
Open header there. The marking wasn't sorted out quite the way I know Coach Simpson wants it, as he had an open header, and Bill May actually just got really big and made the save.
Right back on the attack. Garrett Cush. Cush trying to clear it. San Francisco packing it back in defensively. Rodney Dumlau got a piece of that one, but Garrett Cush again with a great opportunity for Vancouver. Bill May. The nice goal kick right here. 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in this first half. Whistle right here that's going to go against Vancouver. This ball intended for Rasheem Henderson. He heads it right toward Bonacorse. Cleared out by Vancouver. Shawnee Simpson trying to take control back. Oliver Held going down. Shawnee Simpson with the foul call. 3:50 to go in the half now. Still 0-0. San Francisco and Vancouver in a great A-League match here at Kezar Stadium. Battling for third place in the Pacific Division. Vancouver currently at 2 points ahead of San Francisco in that race for third place. Oliver Held now on a run. Far side, clears it through, but right to Bill May. Bill May trying to send it the other way now. Kicks it long for Marco Bonacorse. Bonacorse looking ahead to Rasheem Henderson, trying to take control. Shawnee Simpson coming up from behind, battling with Ian Clark. It's Simpson now, just outside the box. Simpson takes a right turn, tries to send it to Henderson, and kicks it out. It's going to be a goal kick for Mike Franks. Stay with us here at halftime. We've got a lot planned for you. We're going to hear from a couple of different people. We're going to hear from Tom Simpson and also Rasheem Henderson. Coming up in just a few moments here at the half. 2:30 to go. Both teams trying to make something happen here before they head into the locker room. Jason Jordan. Nobody there. Ken Folan sends it back. Right back into the hands of Oliver Held. His shot goes a little bit high and a little bit wide, but he had a great opportunity and got a lot of leg on that one. 2 minutes to go now in the half. Vancouver has definitely been the aggressor here in the first half of play, but still tied at 0-0. Ratsburg coming up from behind, trying to take it away. Randy Samuel trying to get it back to Franks, but Ratsburg almost got there first. Franks is way out and ends up just kicking it out on the far side to allow himself time to get back in goal with 1:32 to go here in the first half. Still tied at 0-0. Ratsburg will take the throw in on the far side of the field. Bonacorse tries the header. Gallo trying to send it back inside, and Franks is there. Minute and 5 to go. Henderson near midfield. Samuels kicking it out. Seals with 40 seconds to try and make something happen here in this first half.
Standing right next to me.
Ken Folan now. Westcott chasing it down for San Francisco as we go under 30 seconds. Simpson far side. Clark right on him. Trying to get it back into the middle. Just 10 seconds to go now. It looks like this is going to be a scoreless first half of play. And the Seals have got to be feeling a little bit lucky with that, because Vancouver has had a couple of real good opportunities to score. The whistle, and that is the end of the first half of play. So Vancouver on the attack much of the first half, but cannot get one in the goal. San Francisco had a couple of shots on goal as well. Keith Ratsburg in particular with a great opportunity, but that one went a little bit wide. So 0-0 is our score here after the first half of play. And now Alan Hopkins is standing by with Coach Tom Simpson down on the field.
Worked tirelessly as Seals volunteers. We wish them all the best.
Coach Simpson, interesting first half. Vancouver came out, had a lot of good scoring chances. What kind of adjustments are you looking to make in the second half?
Well, I think that the second half we need to get the offensive part of the game going. I mean, clearly we can't just sit back and allow this team to keep coming at us without responding. And I think that that's what we're going to talk about during the halftime.
There wasn't too much midfield play. There was a lot of ball possession given away by your midfielders and a lot of long balls. And I heard you talking about how you're bypassing the midfield. What kind of things can you do to make that adjustment?
Well, we need to get the transitional midfielders in position where they can receive the ball. And I think that's the key thing. We also need the guys who are sending these balls to rethink what they're doing. Because right now they're just concentrating more on getting the ball downfield to Big Rashim and hoping that he's going to do something with it. Obviously, that is not an effective tactic over the long run. It might work once or twice a game, but you can't do it time and time again.
So in a sense, the addition of Rashim is kind of maybe giving everyone a stand and let's see what Rashim can do attitude, as he's been an immediate impact for you. What kind of things does Rashim bring to the game that you're hoping to incorporate with a little bit more possession?
Yeah, Rashim is great presence, and that's what he brings to us. The opportunity for us to target people, but it cannot be the whole part of your game. You know, it's great we have him, but the guys are playing almost like, well, now we've got to practice this, because we've never actually had a target man ever in the history of the club. We've lost focus. We need to do like you were suggesting. We need to figure out how to get transition through the midfield so that when we have Rashim available to us, it's a more optimal situation.
Now 0-0, are there any thoughts about how you guys haven't got any points in 4 shootout tries? Does that enter into your second half planning at all in the overtime?
Not at this point, no, it's not. It's one of those things that I really only worry about when we're getting, you know, close to the end of the second half, and really if we have to go in overtime. I really don't think of it as a serious option until it's clear that the opponent has really locked us out from the goal. I mean, last time we played these guys, it was a 2-2 game going with 2 minutes remaining in the game, and ironically, it was at that point where I did make the sub for the shootout, but the sub for the shootout threw the ball in that won the game. So what do you think?
Well, great, Tom. Good luck to you the rest of the way. Back up to you guys.
All right, thank you very much, Alan. The score is 0-0 here at the half. We'll step aside for a moment, and when we come back, we'll hear from Rasheem Henderson. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
These kids are having fun. And you know what? They're also learning math. I'm Jeff Owens with the National Council of Teachers of Mathematics. Math isn't just memorizing rules. It's making sense of information, using technology, and solving real-world problems. Its importance goes beyond the classroom to every field of work. When you come right down to it, math is important in every aspect of our lives. Figure it out. Math equals opportunity.
Hello, my name's Penny. I think people shouldn't do drugs. They can make you forget things, like which animals have stripes. And your body might get clumsier, so you can't jump rope as good. Drugs can get you in big trouble. You could go to principal's office or go to jail. Then you can't watch TV or eat pizza. Recess is good. Hamsters are good. Birthday parties are real good. Drugs are bad. I wouldn't do drugs.
So 0-0 here at the half. The team's in the locker room right now trying to figure out how they can break the ice against each other in this very hard-fought battle so far here tonight. Alan Hopkins actually had a chance to spend some time with Morten Teisner this week, so we'll hear from him. He's getting ready to head back to Denmark. Here's what he had to say.
I'm Alan Hopkins Jr. here with Morten Teisner. Morten, thank you for taking the time out today. On the eve of your departure back to Denmark, what has it been like? What has it meant to you, this experience here, playing for the Seals, the Open Cup run, the semifinal berth last year? What has it meant to you and your soccer career?
Oh, it's meant a lot to my soccer career because I've never been as fit as I am now, and I've never been as skilled as I am now. And I can thank the SEALs for that, bringing me up soccer-wise over here. So that's good. And then I want to say that it's gonna mean a lot to me, because I go back home and then I'm gonna try for a pro career, and it gives me the opportunity to actually compare U.S. soccer to Danish soccer.
What was it like growing up in Denmark, immersed in soccer, coming here to the U.S. where soccer is still at the grassroots level and hasn't quite caught on with the same intensity as in Europe? What do you think about the direction of U.S. soccer, and what do you think about the level of play overall?
The level of play overall is getting better, definitely. In the A-League, people play tough, and I think they play a little more tough than the MLS, if you're allowed to say that. But in general, there's no doubt about it that U.S. soccer is moving in the right direction, and when you get a few Europeans over here to teach you how to play the team game, then definitely it's going in the right direction, I think.
Now, obviously, you're mixed emotions, happy for going home, sad for leaving. What special memory are you going to take with you back to Denmark as something that you'll cherish and something that you'll hold on to from this experience?
I mean, there's no doubt that when I go back to home, to Denmark, I'm gonna know how spoiled we've been all our soccer career in Denmark. Coming out here to Lincoln High School, meeting the guys nearly every day is what I'm gonna miss. The normal day routine, coming out here, chipping the ball around, working hard, and trying to get as good as you possibly can get under these conditions. And compared to Denmark, I mean, these conditions are tough. We have to carry the goals out every day, and we have to carry them in again, but it's a good way to grow into the routine of playing soccer.
Morten, well, I can speak for everyone else here at the part of the SEALs organization. You're going to be sorely missed, and best of luck to you in your future endeavors.
Thanks a lot.
And wish you all the luck.
Thank you.
All right, nice job, Alan. A chance to talk with Morten Theisner as he heads back to Denmark. 0-0 here at the half. We'll have more coming at you from Kezar Stadium when we return after these messages.
It's going to be the soccer grudge match of the year, the MLS Clash against the A-League Seals at Kezar, June 30th. Remember what happened last year? The Clash do. Buy your tickets in advance and save $3 on adult admission, $2 for youth. Discount tickets are available now at Sunset Soccer Supply on Irving Street, Elite Sports in the Mission District, Sunset Soccer of Marin, and Soccer World stores around the Bay Area. For information on group discounts, call 415-39-SEALS. Don't wait, order now and save. Then get ready to yell the Bay Area bragging rights are on the line.
How will you prepare for Infinity's half-yearly event? It's your chance to get a great deal on an I-30. The Infinity half-yearly event ends July 6th. Are you ready? Lease the I-30 for $399 a month for 42 months with no initial payment.
Did dead people vote for the 49ers stadium? Is that Big Brother guy in that 1984 commercial Bill Gates? Will the fashion police show up at the Beta Breakers? Should Treasure Island be renamed Willigan's Island? Get the answers to life's burning questions. Get the Examiner, the afternoon paper. For a limited time, get 12 weeks of the Examiner for just $24. Call 800-290-NEWS.
AutomallUSA.com. There are lots of ways to save money.
Gotta love those coupons. I am saving $3.65.
I used to use these once and then throw them away. What was I thinking?
You could save a lot of money if you call and switch your auto insurance to 20th Century. Californians pay an average of nearly $800 for car insurance. 20th Century customers pay $200 less.
Oh, I can't cope with a new insurance agent.
You don't have to. At 20th Century, you deal direct and pay no agent commissions. Plus, we only insure good drivers commissions, over 1 million of them in fact, and we've lowered rates almost 20% since March of '96. If you've had no moving violations or accidents in 3 years, you could save big money with just one call.
One call to save hundreds of dollars? Count me in.
At 20th Century, being a good driver has big rewards.
Call 1-800-249-7770 for your free rate quote. One call could save you hundreds of dollars, so call 1-800-249-7770.
Welcome back to Kezar Stadium, 0-0 here at the half. Interesting conversation, Alan, with Tom Simpson. Obviously not real pleased with the way his team played in the first half here tonight.
What he really stressed was the focus. His team's lost the focus. As we saw at the end of the first half, there was a couple chances where 86er players had open headers on the goal, and that's really frustrating for a coach, is that they're not concentrating, they're not focusing on their responsibilities. He's also really disappointed in the midfield play and the lack of someone in the midfield stepping up, trying to get the ball from the backs and getting it upfield to the attacking midfielders, and then playing it wide, hopefully for a wide midfielder, or getting it up top to the forward.
So there's a team that's really trying to overcome a lot of different things, trying to overcome some injuries, as well as trying to make things happen in the fact that they have struggled a little bit here in 1998. They've got to have some players step up and take over.
They do, and I think what Tom alluded to is with Rasheem, they have a great presence on the field, and it's the only target player that they've ever had. So what that has allowed is for everyone to kind of take a step back and let's see what's going to happen attitude, and no one stepped up to show the initiative or the urgency in the attack to make something happen. There's not too much imaginative play out there, not too much creativity.
We're going to take a look at the numbers from the first half of play. And here they are. You see the 86ers with 8 shots on goal. They definitely were on the attack most of that first half. Teams even with 1 yellow card apiece, and of course 0-0 is the score, but that stat shows you right there that the 86ers had a lot of momentum, and we're really putting a lot of pressure on the Seals defensively.
There is, in scoring chances, Vancouver's had 7, and the Seals have only had 3.
So that's the scene here at halftime. The teams will be out of the locker room and ready to go for the second half of play. Here on Bay TV, it's A-League Soccer. 45 more minutes of it coming at you in just a moment.
An unforgettable performer from his recent world tour. The songs you love. For the man who made them hits. Phil Collins in concert from Paris. Don't miss it. Premiering Saturday, June 27th on pay-per-view. How will you prepare for Infinity's half-yearly event? It's your chance to get a great deal on a QX4. The Infinity half-yearly event ends July 6th. Are you ready? Lease the QX4 for $499 a month for 42 months with no initial payment.
Why does it take longer to commute from the Sunset than from Burlingame? How'd the Giants blow that 4-run lead? Does hot air from politicians add to global warming? Could Dilbert take Zippy the Pinhead in a fistfight? Get the answers to life's burning questions. Get the Examiner, the afternoon paper. For a limited time, get 12 weeks of the Examiner for just $24. Call 800-290-NEWS.
Auto Mall USA.
Still waiting for the teams to come out of the locker room here at Kezar Stadium. A little bit of cloud cover starting to come in here tonight as the lights take hold. And what should be a very good second half here coming up at you. It's 0-0. Vancouver 86ers and the San Francisco Bay Seals right now separated by 2 points in the Pacific Division standings. And right now, Vancouver, a team that does not look like they want to relinquish that #3 spot in the Pacific Division standings. And San Francisco is going to have to find some intensity in this second half to try to come back out here and put some more pressure on.
They're really lacking that, and that's what the absence of Kim Tai, that's what really hurts them, and he provides that spark for them.
Here you see the top 8 teams from the Western Conference will make the playoffs right now. The San Francisco Bay Seals in 12th. And you see New Orleans is holding down the 8th spot right now with a 6-6 record. So definitely San Francisco is going to have to rack up some points here and have to do it in a hurry.
They really do, and as I alluded earlier before the game actually started, was the fact that the Seals have played more games than anyone in the entire A-League. So points for them are really, really precious as they need to crawl themselves and get up into the fray a little bit and hopefully try to make something happen.
You can see they actually have just as many points as the Cincinnati Riverhawks, 15. Cincinnati in the 7th spot, but Cincinnati's done it in 11 games compared to San Francisco's 15, which is just a 1 point per game average for the San Francisco Bay Seals. The Milwaukee Rampage right now at 2.33 points per game, leading the Western Conference. Nashville in the #2 spot right now. They are 8-2 with 1 shootout win, 22 points. The Minnesota Thunder with 22 points as well right now. And then the San Diego Flash and Orange County, 2 teams from the Pacific Division, right next to them. El Paso at 7-5, a team that San Francisco was able to defeat early in the year.
You know, it's interesting is if you look at the shootout, whether you like the shootout or not, it is so crucial in American soccer. The Seals have been in 4 shootouts, have gotten 0 points. If possibly they would have won maybe half those shootouts, they're in tie for 6th place with the El Paso Patriots, a team that they beat handily 2-0 earlier at Negoesco Stadium. So it's very important in this league to get your points, to get them as when you can, to try to steal some points on the road as they did in Vancouver. But you also got to come home, take care of business, and make sure you at least get 1 point when you're at home.
There's Steve McDonald, who had a great first half and marking Rasheem Henderson, and they really kept him from having any real good scoring opportunities in that first half.
Well, Steve McDonald is a tenacious defender. He's very, very solid. He does a great job sweeping for them. Coach Valentine has a lot of confidence in him. He steps up, reads the play very, very well, nips out a lot of things that could be potentially dangerous for them defensively, and it's really an asset to have a player like McDonald, his experience, to be back there, and that's why he's an A-League All-Star.
So 0-0 here at halftime. Vancouver has come out of the locker room right now. San Francisco has not. So that tells you that Tom Simpson really has a lot to say to his Seals here at the half. And it'll be interesting if he gets through to them, if we see something different out of them in terms of their intensity.
Having played for Tom, I know right now that he's really preaching focus and concentration. He has smart players, so he really, really wants him to step it up.
Well, coming up June 30th, right here at Kezar Stadium, San Jose Clash will be in town. Find out who is the best professional soccer team in the Bay Area. You know that the San Jose Clash are going to come out with some intensity after losing to San Francisco. It was just a Division III team last year when they pulled that off. So this is going to be some really, really intense action here at Kezar Stadium. Just an exhibition game, but a whole lot more than that.
Well, when 2 teams are struggling like the Clash and the Seals, I know both coaches, Brian Quinn of the Clash and Tom Simpson of the Seals, they want to get wins. And it doesn't really matter to them how they get the wins or in what format or exhibition. Losses are so damaging when a team's not playing well. So any kind of wins, any kind of positive play that can happen from a game like this will be well taken by both teams.
So make some plans to be with us here at Kezar Stadium. That game will be carried live here on Bay TV and also replayed on Sunday at 3 o'clock. So coming up Tuesday, June 30th, the San Jose Clash. Major League Soccer right here at Kezar Stadium. And you were talking with Morton Teiser, and he was really talking a little bit about the fact that he believes that the A-League is actually a much more physical league than Major League Soccer. And we've seen some very physical play, definitely, in the games we've seen as now the Seals do come out. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes for the Seals if they have been lulled into a more physical game and they come out here and mix it up real well with San Jose.
Well, from game 1 of the year against the Jaguars here at Kezar to game 15, or actually game 16 here tonight against the 86ers, you can see the Seals have definitely adjusted to the intensity, the physicalness of the game. And that's definitely made them better players. The thing that hasn't happened is the attack hasn't molded and hasn't gelled. And again, you got to score goals to win. They've scored 15 goals and given up 23. So it's going to be tough to win in a game, in a league like this where you're not scoring goals and your defending it hasn't been as bad, but you put a lot of pressure on the defense when you don't have any goals.
So we're about ready to go now as Tom Simpson makes his way out of the locker room. Kind of a long walk here at Kezar from the locker room to the field.
It is.
And it's really kind of a neat walk, too. You kind of picture yourself back in the 50s and 60s. The 49ers, of course, using this as their home field and walk down that same long tunnel to go down out onto the field.
Well, this is a great, great stadium here, and the Seals are just really, really excited to be able to play in, you know, San Francisco's treasure stadium, and everyone wants to play at Kezar, and it's no easy task to get games here, and they've gotten several games. The remainder of their games are here for the rest of the year, so it definitely speaks volumes of what the City Council and Mayor Willie Brown think of the San Francisco Bay Seals.
So here we go with the second half of play. 45 minutes on the clock here at Kezar Stadium. A 0-0 contest after the first half of play. Seals with only 2 shots in that first half. One by Keith Ratzberg that really was just a bit wide, not by much, and took a great save by Mike Franks to keep it out of the goal. So here we go now. San Francisco will start off with the ball, looking for Keith Ratzberg on the near side.
Right away a giveaway, and that exactly probably goes against what Coach Simpson said to him at halftime.
Oliver Held taking control now for the Vancouver 86ers. 86ers with 17 points on the season. San Francisco with 15 points. So a win here tonight, that is, unless it's a shootout win,
correct,
would vault the Seals right past Vancouver and into third place.
And actually, too, if you remember looking at the Pacific Division standings, 3-point victory tonight will put them ahead of the El Paso Patriots in 6th place.
Keith Ratzberg now taking it down the near side for San Francisco. Looking ahead to Marco Bonacorse. Bonacorse trying to get it to Rodney Dumlau in the middle. Stepping up, though, Randy Samuels.
Ratzberg has played the most minutes for the Seals so far, and what a great transition for him. 8 months ago, he was playing in the University of San Francisco Division I soccer. Now he's playing the A-League and has got the most minutes for the Seals team.
It's really a big step, and he has really performed well. One of the more exciting players to watch out here for San Francisco.
His game's definitely adjusted from earlier on in the season. He still needs to learn how to play the ball more and receive it in more dangerous positions. He still likes to hold on to the ball. He's a great dribbler of the ball, but it's going to be real tough as he progresses up each level to dribble 3 and 4 and 5 defenders, as he often tries to do.
Jason Jordan now trying to work his way into the box for Vancouver. Garrett Cush now. Oliver Held has it taken away. Rasheem Henderson now trying to take it the other way. Josh Cockstein, long ball down for Bonacorse, but Mike Franks will get there first in goal for Vancouver. Randy Samuels now bringing it up the near side. Jeff Skinner getting it back to Samuels. Samuels guarded by Ratzberg, and Ratzberg strips him of the ball.
Ratzberg easily won that foot race as he just accelerated around him to where Samuels had pushed the ball into space.
Ratzberg seemingly has about 3 different gears he can throw it into, and they're all fast.
Yeah, very fast, and he's very fast with the ball even. He's got a lot of upside, and, you know, only being 21 years old, I think you're definitely going to see him in Major League Soccer in the next 2 or 3 seasons.
Seen several players from San Francisco move up to the MLS, and from around the league, a whole bunch of different guys. Jason Jordan in front of the goal, but it's taken away. Great job by Rogowski.
Great tackle. Sophisticated defending by Rogowski there. Confident tackle, won the ball, came up. But again, they lose possession when they're trying to build out of the back, and the 86ers are right back down their throats again.
Cush taking the throw in as they try and send it back inside, blocked by the Seals that time. Corner kick coming up now for Vancouver. Talked about that stat a little bit earlier, that their opponents for the Seals have had twice as many corner kicks. That's a really interesting stat.
It is, and corner kicks are a clear indicator of how much possession you're getting and how many chances you're creating on the offensive end.
Vancouver trying to set up an opportunity. Inside it goes. Rogaski's there with a header. Dalrymple trying to gain control. Can't get it. Skinner can, though. Back inside it goes. Ian Clark. Rod Gallo sending it across to Cockstein. Ken Folan clearing it out. Marco Buonacorse trying to chase it down, but it goes out on the far side.
Let's see who's going to answer the call, who's going to step up for the Seals and do something to get the attack going. Again, there's not a whole lot of creative play out there. Very rigid, and you're not completing enough passes to even put themselves in a position to be dangerous in the attack.
Throw-in right over the top. Rogaski's there with the header. Sent back in high. Bill May leaps and grabs the ball. Long throw ahead. Shawnee Simpson almost had that one with a chance to break away. Samuels led it by him, and it turned out to be a good decision as it had enough on it to get back to Mike Franks.
Great fight by Shawnee there. I was questioning distribution at first, but he did run it down enough to at least his backs can get out of their own end and push up a little bit to try to get some possession.
Rob Gallo across to Simpson now. Simpson looking for Henderson inside. Henderson slips, and the other way it goes. That was Richie Sumner that time on defense against Henderson. And a few times we haven't seen Steve McDonald all over Henderson. Ratsburg to Henderson.
Another costly turnover. 3 passes completed there, and then another turnover.
Sumner getting it back to Franks. Buonacorse trying to get in front and block that pass, but couldn't do it. Ian Clark trying to weave his way around the Seals, but Simpson strips it away from him. Ball still alive on the far side. Turnover again. Vancouver with an opportunity.
Gallo, one of their more steady defensive midfielders, is a couple times tonight just given bad balls, and there's not a whole lot of movement. There's no one there to nick those close balls away, and those are really tough.
This whistle is going to go against Vancouver. Tom Simpson shouting instructions from the sideline now.
Screaming one touch. He wants his guys to play the ball and move. Keep the ball moving. Let the ball do the work. And it's really tough to play 90 minutes when you have the ball glued to your foot the whole time.
Ian Clark going down hard on the far side.
And really, it's a hindrance to the Seals games because they're one of the more athletic teams you're going to see. Their pace and their strength and the conditioning is superb. And when you're not playing to those strengths, when you're not playing the ball and moving off the ball, you're not even using your strengths and the things that make you successful.
Jason Westcott looking for Henderson now. Henderson just across midfield, sending it down into the corner, but a little long for Buonacorse. Seals coming out here with a little bit of an intensity here in the second half. They are trying to attack, and it looks like they are trying to set things up and mix things up a little bit.
Well, they've definitely leveled it off a little bit. I think in the first half, the 86ers definitely had the better of that first half, and the Seals would come out and balance a little bit of the possession so far. But again, they need to get the ball. They need to hold on to it. And sounds like a broken record, but it's really tough to play the game when you don't have possession of the ball.
Rats coming down the near side now, trying to center it up. Dumlau. Back to Ratsburg now. Trying to work his way around Sumner. Sumner with a grab from behind, and we do get a whistle. just outside the box. Not by much, though. Vancouver arguing their point.
You see Ratsburg, one of his 3 gears right there, as he just played it in the space behind the defender and went around him, and his great fight and effort right there earned a foul as he was dragged down by his jersey. Great piece of individual skill there by Ratsburg.
I really don't see Vancouver's point at all in that situation. It looked like a pretty obvious foul.
Oh, lucky to not even get a caution there, actually.
Ken Folan will take the free kick right here. 35 minutes and 50 seconds to go. We're in the second half. Folan sending it high and across. Gallo was there, coming out and grabbing it. Mike Franks. Ball was just a little high for Rob Gallo.
It was a great ball, but no one could go and attack it and find it. It was a great ball by Folan.
Richie Sumner looking for a teammate in red right here. Nice ball movement by Vancouver. Up the near side it goes and out. Skinner sending it out. 35 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the second half.
Marco's got to do a better job of anticipating defensively. As a forward in this system, you do have some responsibilities. And what happened there was Rodney Dumlau was tight on the man receiving the ball in the middle of the park, and his only option was to play a ball square to the near touchline. And the back there was able to get into that space because Bonacorsi didn't challenge him at all.
Vancouver in control right here. Rob Gallo running it down on the far side.
Great work by Clark to earn the throw-in.
Clark sending it in quickly. A shot that goes just wide. Jason Westcott doing a nice job of defending right there. The quick throw-in almost caught the Seals sleeping right there. It's going to be another corner kick coming up now for the Vancouver 86ers.
Came streaking through the midfield there, and there was no talk and no help there, and Westcott had to come up and make a play as he was in there free all alone.
It's Craig Dalrymple with that shot. Rob Gallo trying to clear it out, but Jeff Skinner has it now for Vancouver. Skinner sending it inside. Jordan is there, but May punches it out. Steve McDonald trying to lob it to the far side, but he sends it just a little bit wide. Bill May with a good decision right there, came out, punched the ball away. Now we have a Vancouver 86er that seems to be injured.
Looks like Samuels, and as he went down, he actually was down when they were taking the throw-in and they'd gained possession.
If you don't have health insurance and need urgent medical care, come to the free RotaCare Clinic at the Seton Medical Center, 1900 Sullivan Avenue, Daly City. Mondays, except holidays, 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. Immunizations given on the 4th Monday of each month. No appointment is necessary. Call 650-991-6677. Looks like Randy Samuels is up and ready to go. He is going to stay in the contest. He's been very active, played a great first half.
Showed a lot of composure in the ball coming out of the back. He's very big, strong, physical defender, and maybe just got the wind knocked out of him by what it's looking, and that can be just as painful as almost any injury when that happens.
A painful, helpless feeling when you get that wind knocked out, no doubt about it. 33 minutes to go in this one. Seals have done a nice job of attacking the Vancouver end in this second half. See if they can keep it up and make something happen. Ratsburg now ahead to Dumlau. Dumlau looking for Henderson. Henderson pushing and shoving with Samuels.
This is a great battle right here. Just two big, strong players here.
Sent inside. Bonacorsi there, but his header goes wide. Good defense by Vancouver right there. Really did not give the Seals much of an option that time. Henderson was double teamed into the corner, and then Richie Sumner coming down to help out on Bonacorsi.
Henderson did a great job just to get the ball across. Unfortunately, Bonacorsi didn't have too much room and a slip there.
Jordan had an opportunity but could not control the ball, and Ratsburg took it away. Jordan had a free shot at the goal. If he could have maintained control right there. Oliver Held now up top for Vancouver.
You see Vancouver just very patient, lots of good spacing, keeping it real simple, playing those short balls to keep possession, keeping the ball moving, and then they try to throw one in the mixer there up top.
Cush to Held. Back to Jordan. Jordan trying to turn and face it.
Ball.
Nice pass to Clark. Clark with a high lob. Bill May gets a hand on it and punches it out. Dumlau with a little help. Dumlau stripping it again. Vancouver maintaining now. This is Jason Jordan up top, sending it wide. Bill May down on the turf now, seems to be shaken up. He made the save. Second time this half he's had to come out and punch the ball away from the goal. He might have taken an elbow.
Vancouver right now being very methodical, very patient, composed on the ball. They're winning the loose balls, the 50-50 balls. Their midfielders doing a great job of ball winning, sweeping the midfield. They're playing it wide. They're playing all kinds of different types of ball, and that's why it's been really tough for the Seals to adjust to that. It's because as soon as they get used to them playing one way, they start playing a different way, and it's been real tough for them to adjust.
Bill May sending it long. Have a whistle that's going to go against San Francisco, it looks like. Henderson trying to get position right there. Samuels will kick this one now for Vancouver with 30 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the second half. Still 0-0. Ratsburg with the header. Westcott, and there's a bump by Cush, and he'll get the whistle this time.
Nice early restart right there by Folan.
Josh Cockstein on a run far side. Simpson looking for Dumlau, and Dumlau can't quite gain control. Nice ball by Simpson. Dumlau with a nice attempt.
It's a great idea there by Dumlau. Just couldn't get to it as Shawnee hit a screamer all the way across. Great diagonal ball to the opposite corner flag. Great piece of early quick play by Folan, though, on the restart.
TCI of California is proud to be the media sponsor of the San Francisco Bay Seals, San Francisco's professional A-League soccer team. Jordan trying to gain control. Good battle near midfield. Won by the Seals. Bonacorse ahead to Henderson. Samuels taking it back away for Vancouver. Quick transition here for the 86ers now.
Oh, great ball by Cush.
Jordan has it. Cush is inside. May coming out, has it just ahead of Paul Daly. Under 30 minutes to go here in the second half. We are at 0-0. A very tight defensive battle here at Kezar Stadium. Teams battling for third place in the Pacific Division of the Western Conference.
What Rasheem does a good job of that Marco doesn't do as well is checking away from the ball, then coming back to it to give himself a little bit more space. They're getting that opportunity to get into that space, but when you don't check away, it's going to be real tough for that defender. Actually, it's going to be real tough for the attacker to receive the ball because the defender is just sitting on him, ready to intercept the ball.
Jordan trying to split the defense with Clark. Clark ahead to Jordan again. Back it goes to Cush. Good ball movement for the 86ers. It's Daly with a shot just high. Holy smokes. Daly got a good look at the goal. Had plenty on it, but sent it about 2 feet above the cross.
He absolutely hit a laser right there. And just another great example of the 86ers attack, how patient they were. Clark was right there. He saw Daly right there, eased up, let him take the ball. Daly takes a touch and absolutely hits a rocket that just went over the bar. But I think Bill May might have had it covered, but a great chance for the 86ers.
Great passing that time by Vancouver. 4 or 5 different 86ers touching the ball that time. Right back on the attack. Vancouver. Seals trying to take it away. Can't do it. Ken Folan that time trying to get it from Oliver Held. Held now just beyond midfield. Folan getting back. Ken Rogaski now will chase it down for the Seals. Rogaski to Henderson. Henderson heading it to midfield. Dumlau splitting the defense. Sending it back to Shawnee Simpson now. Simpson at the top of the box. Gets it to Henderson. Henderson guarded by Samuels. Henderson centers it up, but nobody there.
Saw a lot of standing there by the Seals while they were just sitting there and watching Rasheem do all that work. And Skinner's down on the near touchline here by one of the flags as he went down on one of the challenges from Gallo, and the ball went all the way down and back again. And finally, the referee noticed that he was injured.
Jeff Skinner, a 5'9", 158-pounder, just 20 years of age. His second year with this team. Now, it looks like that may be all for Skinner as he's going to take a seat on the bench. And a quick substitution coming up right here. Looks like Alfredo Valentine will come into the game. Number 15. Something in the shin or ankle area right there.
Must be pretty significant because he really didn't hesitate coming off at all. So he must have suffered a significant knock there.
So a 25-30 to go here. A substitution for Vancouver after the injury to Jeff Skinner. Rodney Dumlau now for San Francisco, looking for Henderson. Kenny Folan to Rob Gallo. 25 minutes to go. Gallo ahead. Bonacorse there. Henderson there. But it's grabbed by Franks. Another injury for Vancouver. And Franks just throws it out on the near side. Both Henderson and Bonacorse not willing to give up on that ball. And a collision right in front of the goal, and that is Steve McDonald. And it looks like he's holding his jaw, but he's up and he's going to try and stay in the game.
Well, this half, the trainers are definitely busy. 3 injuries or 3 knocks so far, and Skinner having to be subbed, and McDonald there taking a possible inadvertent elbow to the jaw there when Bonacorse and Henderson were crashing the goal. Who's going to step up for the Seals right now? Who's going to be able to start to take this game over? And they've already played a better half than they did in the first half. They showed a little bit more patience on the attack and haven't had to spend so much time in their own defensive third. Although the 86ers have had some great chances this half.
Josh Cockstein now trying to make something happen for San Francisco with 24 minutes and 35 seconds to go. Rasheem Henderson working his way toward the box. McDonald guarding him. He tries to send it through McDonald's legs, and McDonald wins that battle. Henderson trying to regroup, however. Shawnee Simpson now stepping in front. Simpson with a long shot, but Franks is there.
Rasheem had the ball there and did a good piece of individual work, but no one came over to offer him any support, any help, and he had to go by himself. But ended up winning it, get it back out to Shawnee, and Shawnee hit a good, nice, solid shot on goal there.
Simpson tangling it up with Oliver Held, and the whistle goes against Shawnee.
It's been a fairly clean game. There hasn't been that many fouls, and the pace has been real good, and the intensity level's been pretty high. When you get a lot of whistles, it kind of breaks up the flow of the game.
Valentine sending it back up top. Sumner trying to get it back to Valentine. Ratsburg bumps him from behind. Doesn't get a whistle, but does send it out of bounds. Nice to see Ratsburg giving a shot rather than taking one. He has really been the brunt of some very, very physical play this year. His teams have tried to slow him down.
He spends a lot of time on the ground, and often a player with the kind of pace he has are easily marked felons, if you will, on the field.
Approaching the 20-minute mark now. Vancouver with the ball. Still at 0-0 here at Kezar Stadium.
Great chance to go here if they break out quickly enough.
Shot by Folan, but he sends it wide. Good run for the Seals. Folan trying a very long shot. No good. Diabetes can lead to serious medical problems if it is not caught in time. Sequoia Hospital in Redwood City offers free diabetes screenings by appointment at the hospital's Diabetes Treatment Center. Don't take chances with your health. Call 650-367-5213 now. That's 650-367-5213. Mike Franks about ready to hit this one now. Rodney Dumlau wins the ball for the Seals. Sends it ahead to Ratsburg. Ratsburg racing but can't catch up. Had Henderson coming down the middle. Also Bonacorse on the far side, but could not catch up to that one.
Coxing with a great idea, playing that ball in behind the defense into space, but just a little too much, and Ratsburg couldn't track it down.
And this is going to be San Francisco's ball. A break right here. Kalkstein will try and send it in quickly. Bonacorse sending it across to the far side. Nobody there. Gallo tried to catch up but couldn't do it. It's Mike Frank's ball just inside the box. Ken Folan now has it for the Seals. Almost too lazy of a pass as Jason Jordan almost came back and stole that away in front of the goal for Vancouver.
In the back, you have to play to feet. Anytime you're playing a ball negatively towards your own goal, you have to play balls to feet. Playing in space there, and Jordan almost tracked it down. Ratsburg, luckily enough, was given cover, and he's sending out the far side for a throw-in.
20 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the second half of play. Valentine with Ratsburg. Valentine centering it up. Dumlau is there for San Francisco, and he clears it. Vancouver quickly going back on the attack. Paul Daly trying to center it up. Valentine. Bonacorse sending it down the near side, and it is going to stay in. Samuels has to chase it down and kick it back to Mike Franks.
That ball wasn't completed, but it did give a chance for the Seals to get out and get their shape again, get themselves out of their own penalty box where they've been spending a fair amount of time defending in this game.
And a break for San Francisco as Mike Franks kicks it out on the near side. San Francisco has definitely had the momentum here in the second half, something they did not have in the first half. Vancouver taking 6 more shots than the Seals in the first 45 minutes of play.
Well, they've evened the game out. They've weathered the storm. Vancouver came out very ferocious in the beginning, very dangerous on the attack. They couldn't convert one, and let the Seals remain in the game. And now the Seals are kind of battling back a little bit and starting to take a little bit more rope in this game.
Ratsburg with a long throw in. Shawnee Simpson with his hands up in the air that time. The ball cleared out momentarily. Back inside it goes. Mike Franks grabs it ahead of Rasheem Henderson. And he'll clear it out now for Vancouver with 18:45 to go.
One thing I like about Rasheem is that he's always around the ball. Even when the goalkeeper is going to have it, he's always around the ball, always looking to to maybe sniff one out, to steal a goal here and there. And that's what good goal scorers always do. Is they're always around the ball looking for any kind of break that they might be able to get.
Jason Jordan cleared by Dumlau. And Vancouver has got to be pleased with the fact that they've held Rasheem Henderson down after he must have been just coming in with all kinds of confidence to face this team after scoring 3 goals the last time they met. Well, Dumlau with a clear.
Well, I'm sure that was part of Coach Valentine's game plan, was to make sure that Henderson didn't beat him as he did individually with a Superman-type effort a week and a half ago. So they're hoping to shut down Henderson and hoping that the blasé offense, the attack for the Seals, remains that way. And so far, his tactics have worked out.
Vancouver will have the throw-in now on the far side of the field. This is a very proud franchise. They've come up through the ranks and been around for a long time in Vancouver.
Well, last year they were the Pacific Division champs, so obviously they know how to be successful and what it takes to be successful in the A-League and in this division.
They were a North American Soccer League team way back when. Also a member of the Canadian Soccer League before joining the USISL. Oliver Held now.
They came into the league as the Whitecaps, I believe, and originally then changed the name to the 86ers. So obviously they've been around the schoolyard, so to speak, and they know what to expect, and they've been through all the wars and the battles, and that nothing but an asset for an organization to have.
Shawnee Simpson near the center circle trying to get it to Ratsburg. It ends up blocked, but Bonacorse has it and sends it just wide. Bonacorse had an opportunity. I think Ratsburg wanted the ball in that situation. He saw Henderson also on that far side.
Ball goes out for a corner kick, so let's see if the Seals here can capitalize on the momentum as they've had a little bit more of the play this half. But again, no goals, and that's been a problem for the Seals for the better part of this season.
Ratsburg up top. Opportunities there. Franks with the save. Good look at the goal right there by Ratsburg. Franks smothered it out in front. 16 minutes to go now. Valentine sending it back to Richie Sumner. Folan trying to chase it down and make something happen for San Francisco. Still a long way to go in this one, but we're at 0-0 right now. Henderson going down, trying to catch up with McDonald. The call goes against him.
Franks has done a superb job in place of Dolan, and it's looked really strong, steady, and confident.
Ian Clark blocked by Jason Westcott. Took that one off the face. Clark's been a little bit quiet here in this second half after having a great first half against the Seals.
Oh, he was real dangerous going down that side, and not so much this half as they've been kind of attacking down the left side this half.
Centered up for Cush, but Westcott is there. Held with a shot from long range and an easy save for Bill May with 15 minutes to go. Still at 0-0.
You hear Coach Simpson looking for John Calmain. Looks like that might be his first sub of this game.
Kalkstein well high. 14:45 left. Neither team able to get any really serious scoring chances here in this second half. The defenses have really taken over this game.
You know, that's usually how soccer games go. The first 20 minutes are very wide open, and as the game approaches the 90th minute, it starts to slow down a little bit. Both teams settle down, don't allow for too many chances, and the game kind of get worn into the game a little bit.
Dalrymple now for Vancouver. Bringing it back across to Held. The steal by Gallo. Bonacorse is out in front. Bonacorse working on Sumner. Taking it down into the corner. Sumner with a push from behind. Henderson is there. Bonacorse, and now we get the whistle. An offside call that goes against the Seals. Really thought Vancouver got away with a shove right there on Bonacorse.
Good close there by Full, and that's what I was talking about. When you see that, when you funnel them to one side and you can keep them on the side, you have to keep them there. That means when the midfielders come back to receive the ball for the 86ers, they have to be tight. Ratsburg right there overran the play, let him out.
Jason Jordan now for Vancouver, sending it across, looking for Oliver Held, his teammate, with 13 minutes and 5 seconds left in this second half of play. Vancouver and San Francisco tied at 0-0. Sumner now up top for the 86ers. Time starting to definitely become a factor in this one. Dumlau goes down. Clark tripped him. The whistle against Vancouver. TCI of California hopes you're enjoying the San Francisco Bay Seals telecast, but why not make plans now to see the next Seals home game up close and in person? And of course, that next home game will be on June 30th as the Seals take on the San Jose Clash.
Calme in for Coxine on the right wide midfield spot, so Calme is a little bit more of an attack-minded player, so hopefully here the Seals can get one on the board. They need the 3 points desperately.
No doubt about that. You're at that point in time in the season where you have got to start racking up some points. The Seals, a very urgent situation. Calme with his first touch of the night now for San Francisco into the corner, guarded by Craig Dalrymple of Vancouver. Centers it for Henderson. Henderson being held from behind by Samuels. Those two matching up. A very, very physical matchup right there.
It was like Rodman and Malone battling for position on the boards right there. They both just held on to each other and nullified each other out as Franks had an easy look at the ball.
11:30 left in this one now. Samuels sending it inside now. Daly and Clark playing some catch with it, but it's taken away by the Seals. Ken Folan has it now. Folan to Rodney Dumlau. Back to Shawnee Simpson. And Clark and Simpson battling, and the whistle goes against Simpson. 11 minutes to go here in this second half. Who will score? Are we going to overtime? The last time these teams met, it was up at Vancouver in overtime, and the Seals won that one on a Rasheem Henderson goal. His third goal of the night. Ratsburg going down hard, drawing the call against the 86ers. And a yellow card is issued to Craig Dalrymple. Ratsburg went down fast and hard that time. And the officials pull out the yellow card here with 10 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Looks like Vancouver may be readying a substitution or two as well. Valentine getting it up to Jordan, a bump from Rogaski.
Nice ball wide there to Clark.
Clark on a run with Simpson. Simpson trying to take it away. Clark breaking free near the top of the box. Gets it to Cush. Cush around Westcott. And Westcott smothers it out. It'll be a corner kick for Vancouver here with 9 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the contest.
Really right now defensively have to account for everyone, make sure everyone's marked up. It's a really dangerous time for the Seals. You know, you start wondering, can we win these close games? They've only won 3 out of their last 11 matches. So, you know, they don't want to give up anything easy here. And if anything, they still want to try to nick one here to get the 3 points because they could use them for sure, as they've had no luck or success in the shootout so far this year.
We are under 10 minutes here at Kezar Stadium. The pass goes to Henderson. Henderson trying to break free. Daly chasing him down. Samuels also in the area. And it's Daly who wins the ball.
He didn't have any support there, as the Seals were just content to let him try to do it by himself.
Looks like we're going to get a substitution. Aaron Key will come into the game for the Vancouver 86ers, replacing Richie Sumner. Key is 6 foot, 175 pounder, just 20 years of age. His third year with the team. High school teammate of Jeff Skinner, who is out of this game with an injury right now. 8 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Marco Bonacorse looking for Ratsburg. Ratsburg trying to catch up with Samuels. Samuels almost let that one go, not realizing the speed of Ratsburg to close the gap. Ratsburg looking a little winded right here with 7:50 to go in this second half. A corner kick coming up now for the San Francisco Bay Seals. Ken Folan will hit it. Looking inside, and it's grabbed by Franks just ahead of Rob Gallo. Franks has had a good game in goal tonight for Vancouver. Seals gain the possession. They have definitely turned it up a notch here in the second half. The question is, will it pay off with a goal and a victory? A desperately needed victory here in the Pacific Division standings. The Seals in a three-way tie for fourth place right now, but 2 points behind Vancouver, who is in third. 7 minutes to go now.
Vancouver's pace has definitely slowed a little bit as the game's worn on, as the Seals, like they oftentimes do, is wear down their opponents because of their pace and their high level of conditioning.
Goal kick coming up now from Mike Franks, the goalkeeper here in just his third game in goal for Vancouver here in 1998. Nice kick near the center circle. It's Garrett Cush taking it down for Vancouver. Steve McDonald, their all-star, sending it long. Ken Rogaski there for San Francisco. Rodney Dumlau trying to gain control for the Seals. Oliver Held and Dumlau mixing it up. The call is going to go against Dumlau here with 6 minutes to go. Seals crowd not pleased with the call.
Felt like a little extra push off there when he was shielding the ball, and very easily could have gone for the Seals, but I think the referee was calling the first one on Rodney.
Inside it goes. Valentine had an opportunity and sent it high.
He wasn't expecting that one as they went up for the header. Neither the 86er or the Seal could get to it, and that fell right to his right foot, and he wasn't ready for it, and he sent that one deep into lane 8 behind the goal.
So time running out on these teams here. We could be heading to overtime unless someone can find the net here in this final 5 minutes and 20 seconds of regulation here at Kezar Stadium. Across it goes to Gallo. Gallo looking for Bonacorse or Henderson. Neither one can take the pass. It's Valentine now for the 86ers, sending it the other way long. Jason Jordan now. Jordan sending it to the top.
Clark.
Daly turning and shooting and sending it high.
Clark was wide open on the far side of the box, just screaming for the ball, and he's totally disgusted he didn't get it. And if they could have got the ball to him, he would have been able to walk in, as there wasn't a Seal around him for at least 15, 20 yards.
Don't know how Daly missed him that time. He spun and
Spun in
seemingly
his
looked
direction,
right at
yeah.
him. Henderson now on this near side, trying to work his way around Samuels. Does. Centers it up. The header by Bonacorse, no good. It goes to Calmy. Calmy tries the shot, no good. Blocked by the 86ers. Gallo with a shot. Blocked by Held. Dumlau into the net. Dumlau finds the back of the net. What a shot by Dumlau. 4:05 to go. And the Seals take the lead.
Dumlau was just waiting for that when Gallo cracked it. It was saved, came right back to him, and he absolutely drills that thing into the near post. And what a big play. Dumlau played really hard all half, and a great, great goal for the Seals, as that's the kind of thing that can turn a season around, a late goal like that when every game and every point is crucial.
Take a look at this one. 3 or 4 shots blocked, and then it was Dumlau.
Henderson, a great play there. Calme, little shake to the right. Blocked. They thought it was a handball. The Seals were screaming for a handball. Great effort there. Here comes Gallo's attempt. And then Dumlau, who comes to your picture right now, he just hits a laser. No chance for Franks, and that's as big as goals you're going to score in a season right there. Great, great play by Dumlau.
So Rodney Dumlau makes it 1-0. The Seals, with just 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go, have taken the lead. That is his first goal of the season for San Francisco, and what a big one it is.
Rodney with just a supreme strike right there. Just a lot of patience. You saw he got his footwork really nice and set up there, and there was no doubt about that one as the Seals, they nick one away like they've been meaning to. Now they need to hold on, as last week they had the 3 points and they gave it away to the Storm, who eventually took the point in the shootout.
So now the Seals will try and hang on for 4 minutes of play. Ken Folan to Marco Bonacorse. Bonacorse with Samuels, and Samuels keeps him away from the ball and sends it back to Mike Franks.
You know, hang on is right, as it's tough when the other team has certainly got a newfound urgency and initiative, as they're going to be pounding down the Seals. They just need to stay organized in the back, keep some people at home in the attack, and make sure they get good clearances on the balls. Those are the kind of things that can cost you 3 points.
Valentine bumped by Ratsburg, trying to buy a yellow card, and he does right here. 3 minutes and 22 on the clock here at Kezar Stadium. A 1-0 lead for the San Francisco Bay Seals. Dalrymple sending it down inside. Bill May coming out, trying to grab it. Can't do it, but gets some help from Rob Gallo. Time and time again, we see Gallo make big defensive plays for this Seals team. Ratsburg now chasing it into the corner.
Great piece of shielding the ball there by Ratsburg to, as Valentine was trying to get around him, and he kept forcing him out over the touchline and throw in for the Seals, and they're in no hurry at this point.
Substitution coming up right here. Jason Westcott will check out of the game, and it looks like Morton Teisner will get to see some action here with 2:45 to go. His final game as a San Francisco Bay Seal.
It's a great gesture by Coach Simpson here, bringing in Morton. You usually don't make a sub at this point in the game, but great ball by Morton on his first touch, bringing Dumlau.
Dumlau near side. Teisner's in the middle. Dumlau tries to center it up, but can't get it around Dalrymple. Franks getting it back in play quickly with 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go here at Kezar Stadium. The Seals on top 1-0. Looking for the win here at home, and it would be a big one that would put them ahead of Vancouver and into 3rd place in the Pacific Division.
And also propel them up ahead of the El Paso Patriots in the 6th spot in the playoff hunt. So big 3 points. They just need to hold on here.
Turn and look right there by Key. Outside it goes to Daly. Daly trying to lob it in, but sends it a little bit long. And that'll kill some clock as well with 1:40 to go. There's Morton Teisner into some action. He'll be heading back to Denmark after tonight's game.
Great gesture by Tom to let him into this game. His final game as a Seal, and it's meant so much to him to be a part of this organization.
John Calme trying to get it inside. Dalrymple blocking it, but time running out on Vancouver right here. 1 minute and 5 seconds to go. The quick throw in heading to Teisner. He tries to send it back to the middle to Bonacorse and can't do it. Franks hustling after the ball right now. As we go under a minute. Ratsburg now. Ratsburg sending it long. Killing some clock.
You would like to keep possession here to hold on to wear out the clock a little bit more, but at this late junction of the game, you just want to make sure you get good clearances.
Oliver Held had a great opportunity right there. Kicked it right into Rob Gallo. But Gallo may have touched it with a hand right there. It's going to be Vancouver's ball on a free kick just outside. This one not over yet. 20 seconds to go. Oliver Held trying to lob it inside. The header flipped back but wide by Steve McDonald. And with 10 seconds to go, it looks like the Seals will move into third place in the Pacific Division.
Much needed victory. 3 wins in 11 matches. I tell you, you start doubting yourself. But great victory for the Seals. Dumlau is the one who answers the call for Coach Simpson and scores the game winner, his first of the year.
The Seals have got to be pleased with the outcome. Tom Simpson has got to be pleased with his team's performance in the second half. Not just the goal, but the fact that they really came out here and pressured and turned up the intensity in the second half of play.
Great play by Dumlau there to seal the 3 points, and good job by the Seals, and hopefully they can build on this.
The 1998 title sponsor of the San Francisco Bay Seals is Catholic Healthcare West. So the Seals do it with a 1-0 victory. And a lot of smiles in those white uniforms for the San Francisco Bay Seals. And you had to love Dumlau jumping up into the Barmy Army after the goal.
Well, I tell you, he's been playing real hard, played himself back into the starting 11 this year after spending a lot of time on the bench last year. So great way for him to let Tom know that he's earned his spot.
This Seals soccer telecast was produced by TCI of California exclusively for Bay TV.
86ers have to be disappointed. They had a lot of great chances early on, but if you don't capitalize on your chances early on, you let the team that you're dominating stay in the game, get more confidence, and with under 10 minutes to go, actually under 5 minutes to go, they nick one, even though it kind of was against the run of the play a little bit, but that's what good teams seem to do. They seem to bounce back.
So a big win here tonight for the Seals. Next up for them, the San Jose Clash, and what should be a terrific night here at Kezar Stadium. Hope to see a lot of you out here, soccer fans. This is a chance to really see who is the top professional team in the Bay Area. Will it be the Seals or the Clash? We'll find out on June 30th. That's going to do it for our coverage tonight. Hope you've enjoyed it. For Alan Hopkins, I'm Dave Cox saying goodnight from Kezar Stadium. The final score, 1-0 Seals.
You're watching Bay TV. Bay TV is your TV.
EarthShare, the world's leading environmental groups working together.